For the last couple of years, I've been getting a couple questions about this car. It's just going to be a basic all-around description of the car. I'm not big into editing, so it's going to be just kind of if and what. Nothing removed. It's my 1997 Dodge Neon. I purchased the car in 2009 for $1,500. At the time, previous owner swapped 2.4 liter into it. Prior to that, it had 2 liter on nitrous. The only thing that was on it body wise when I got it was the Wings West tunnel spoiler. So we're going to get into it a little bit. As far as the interior goes, not much has changed since the last video. SRT front seats, Mad Dog short throw shifter, 50% reduction, diamond plate floor mats, running SRT steering column. I just changed one of the lower brackets for the mounting from the first gen steering column to the second gen. Running the airbag delete tray, AM gauges, Yugo. I got boost, air fuel, and fuel pressure. SRT cluster. When the motor that's currently in the car was put in, it was about 52,000 miles, so almost 18,000 miles in 3 years on a stock PT GT bottom end out of a 2005 PT Cruiser. Second gen center console. Missing the armrest pad, but still running RT red squiggle seats in the rear. Had the car repainted 5 years ago. Garage paint job. Bodywork done by myself and a friend. Running 17x8 5 Ziegen FN01RCs with 235/40 17 Nito NT05s. As far as the engine goes, as I said, PT GT bottom end. Balance shaft delete. Head was on my old SRT built engine. Home ported, somewhat gasket matched. SDK ported, intake manifold, throttle body spacer, and throttle body. Lorenzo fuel rail using -8 feed lines, I believe, and -6. That's my feed and return. Just using a generic Evo intake pipe, 4-inch K&N tall filter, Borg Warner S257 SXE. I've got the Modern Performance hood lift struts, BC coilovers all around. They've been on the car for probably 8 years now. Fuel lab, rising rate fuel pressure regulator, DW 1000cc injectors, AC block off plate with the JMB coil pack heat shield. Second gen upper dog bone, don't have lower dog bone in it. It's running a fat tire bicycle bobble strut relocation kit for the transmission. As far as transmission goes, it is running a T350 HD 355 gear ratio. Quaife LSD installed with DSS level 5 axles. And for brakes, it's all rebuilt this last year. All new calipers, rotors, master cylinder, brake reservoirs, rear wheel cylinders, rear drums, Side exit exhaust is on it now. So exhaust details is AGP log manifold, 38mm turbo, smart wastegate going to the AGP pipe, 3-inch eBay catless downpipe. Been on the car since I turboed it in, shortly after high school, during high school, so 2010, 2011. And it's been surviving. From there it goes to exhaust depot, 3-inch side exit, Mishimoto radiator shroud, Neon Goodies air dam, also running Neon Goodies semi-solid rear bobble strut, 255 Walbro in the tank with the Kinetic Creations fuel pump rewire, adjustable cam gears, no power steering, no AC, full wings West kit with big mouth bumper and the tunnel spoiler still on it, rear lip, battery relocated to the trunk. Actually have battery disconnect switch on the rear bumper next to the license plate, just due to some tracks wanting you have it disconnect when relocated. As far as power wise goes, on this turbo, after the dyno tune on a Superflow chassis dyno, made 394 horsepower and 364 foot-pounds of torque. Before doing the dyno tune, I had it out into Martinsville, Virginia at A2 speed, and out there we had dynoed, dyno tune was 391 horsepower, 364 torque, and out in Virginia it was 394 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. Keep in mind this was before the tune and this was after the tune. It's a little bit of a drop from last year's numbers. I mean, I know dynos are all numbers, but last year on the Garrett, used to be a 50 trim, modified to a GTX 3076R by Turbo Lab of America in Virginia. I do not recommend going to them as a company, as this only lasts about 10,000 miles before the center cartridge went out. But that made 482 horsepower. As far as track wise, I had it at 1320 videos, ice cream cruise at Midlands Raceway. Fastest run I made on it was an 8.1 at 87 miles an hour. First run of the day was an 8.17 at 93. Unable to get the, I didn't get the two-step dialed down far enough, so it was bogging off the line. Otherwise, I'm running N2MB, two-step watt box, stock ECU, tuned on HP tuners, which is a great program. I'm actually in the process of learning it, and hopefully I'll be able to do my own stuff, as I have another project kind of hiding under here. Future plans is another SRT swap on a 95 NYG Sport Coupe. Intercooler is all running stock hot side to custom hard pipes, all fabricated, so my system's only running 5 couplers to a CX Racing 3-inch core intercooler. Also running a Grimspeed manual boost controller, and I have a electronic boost control ECM PCM controlled boost delete on this, and I haven't had an issue. I love the car. It's fun. It's daily driven, at least till winter. Then it gets stored and more work gets done. Any other questions? Anything else you want to know? You know, just let me know. I'll just reach in here and do a quick fire up with the side exit.